Oh my goodness. What? It's finally autumn. It's so pretty. I wish you guys were here with me. It's so pretty. The sun's coming through the canopy and it's just golden goodness. So beautiful. Ah, one of my favorite seasons. I know I'm guilty of saying that with every season that comes through, but this one's a good one. This one's a good one. So I'm out here tonight. You're probably like, what are you doing out in your woods, woman, this late at night? I am collecting hedge apples and pine cones and seed pods and harvested moss and dried flowers. And I'm also looking for interesting twigs and branches like this. So I'm going to, I've been working on my window boxes and my porches, but one of the little tricks I'm going to share with you is for my window boxes. I know they look like they're totally filled with stuff, yummy stuff, but in reality, they're not. I use this as my framework down in the window box, and then all of this lives on top, and it looks like it's a big filled box of things, but what it does is it saves your resources. The great thing about using nature is when you're done with all of this, you just bring it back out to the forest and say, thank you, Mother Nature. It was so beautiful. I appreciate your gift. And then you put it back into the forest floor. It goes back in and it nurtures the soil. Now, when I clean this out in the fall, all of my fall decor, at the end of November, I will leave all of this framework of my sticks and branches. And then when I cut my pine boughs and evergreens, I still have a system to lay that all down in there, and it works out so wonderfully and beautifully. And let's face it, it's saving me a big step of having to do this in December when I'm knee deep in snow and I can't feel my fingers and my toes are numb and my nose is running and it's not a good picture. And so then that work is already done. I just pop all my evergreens in there and I love that. So if you know of a hedge apple tree near you, be brave, get a basket, pick them up. They're amazing. I made a friend with my hedge apple over here, my big hedge apple tree, and he's kind of naughty though, he likes to throw them, so I have to be careful. But they will last 30 to 60, 90 days in your house, even with the heat. They last longer outside. However, if they freeze, they will get weird and slimy, so then you'll want to discard them at that point. But the wives' tale is that spiders don't like them, and we live here in a forest, so we do have quite a bit of spiders and some big hairy ones. That's right, I've seen some with hair. That makes me shiver just thinking about it. So homegirl was like, yeah, these are coming in the house. Oh yeah. And so at Thanksgiving, I have big glass vases and I'll fill them up to the top with these and use some of the harvested moss off the property that I'm going to dry and tuck those in between, and some sweet acorns that I find. And it just makes for a really beautiful, simple centerpiece that when you're done with it, the nuts can go outside, the animals can eat the nuts, these can go back into the soil to nurture the soil, and there's no storage tubs going back in the garage, people. Nope. And the same with the evergreens. When you're done, take them back out and put them back into the forest and let the soil take them back in. Wherever you are tonight, come out and play. Put those boots on, your shoes on, come out in bare feet, I don't care. Just come out and suck up this amazing weather and enjoy this wonderful season that God has given us. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much. And if you're a subscriber, oh, I love you. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Welcome to the YouTube family. If you'd like to subscribe, it's super easy. It's free. Hit the notification button, and when I have my next upload, it'll let you know that it's up and you can go watch it. Have a great night. Much love to you guys. Enjoy this beautiful evening. Here's our favorite porch on the house, and very much a workhorse for us. We spend a lot of time on this porch. Most of the furniture has been thrifted and collected over the years. You'll see the big farmhouse table with the black chairs around that are mismatched, and I painted black to make them cohesive. The cabinet was thrifted for $25 off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was covered in bacon grease, and I scrubbed it down and chalk painted it white. And so now it holds our linens and candles and whatnots that we need around the pool. This is a garden gate from our daughter and son-in-law's property that they tore down, and I love the patina in the gray and blues that are in the old wood. This is also our old horse barn where many of our prized winter horses were foaled. And so this structure really holds a lot of significant memories for us. This is the old day bed that the grandchildren will crawl up onto and take naps after a long day swimming. A very special structure for us, and it's very much used from early spring to late fall. One of my very favorite things to do, my guilty pleasure, is to paint, and I usually have an easel set up all summer long on my big porch. I love to thin air paint. Today though it's raining, and so I'm painting inside on my big easel in the conservatory, and I'm painting these sweet 3 little pumpkins for the holiday. Had so much fun making these sweet little window boxes and just filling them with all things from autumn, sweet little orange pumpkins and hedge apples and moss that I've harvested from the forest and dried, and twigs with sweet little red berries and golden leaves and grapevines, and also the whimsical touch of adding china to my window box, sweet little teacups that I can tuck tiny little pumpkins into, and taking the saucers and using them as the backdrop behind the hickory nuts and hedge apples. And I love that whimsical touch. It's very Beatrix Potter and so sweet. This is the oldest porch on the property. It's our 1850 log cabin that was brought here from Indiana in the 1920s. And so Travis and I have really enjoyed this porch with our children and now our grandchildren, and often we'll tuck into those 2 swings in the evening and catch up on our day and watch the fireflies and read a good book and watch the wildlife. There's a big tree that overlooks the right side of the cabin, and this giant hoot owl lives there that sings to us at night, and it's just a very magical place. I often think though, while sitting there, of all the people that have stepped up onto that porch and walked into the house and contributed to the footprint of all these beautiful memories that have been made in this house. And you can feel it, it's palpable. It's a very, very special place. These are hay feeders, the original hay feeders to our barn, and I've been hoarding them for a very long time. This last spring, I had a welder put some brackets on to bolt them into the stone, and so this fall I've got them filled with whimsical branches and sweet little twigs, and come winter, they'll all be filled to the brim with evergreens. my sweet little honeybees are all done with these beautiful burgundy acetum, and they're perfect for drying. So I'm out cutting them out of my little potager garden, and I'm going to bring them in, and I'm going to tuck them into all sorts of yummy things like vases and pitchers, and I'm going to also use them for my window boxes and fall arrangements, and they dry so well. Come January, it's like bringing summer into your house, and it gives you that little hope that spring is near, and I love that. Window boxes are super fun to make. This one in particular was made out of a big sheet of copper that we took to a welder, and he made it into a big long box. The scrolling on the outside is from an old church, and it's brass, and we had him weld the pieces together to have the copper sit down into. And so you can make them out of anything that you have. You just need a good welder and an imagination. Hedge apple. And so they're called many things: road apples, horse apples, green monkey brains. I've actually heard them called monkey balls. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. It's not edible. However, I did see a recipe for a hedge apple pie, and it made me shiver. I saw that on the internet. Because I think it might be slimy. I don't know how that would work.